Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you love to watch more cheating stories. Want to learn how to get back your ex? Check the link in the description box to learn how. Struggling with mental health after finding out. My partner, 28M, has been cheating on me, 30F, since the beginning of our relationship with multiple people. We've been together for 3.5 years and I did not know about it until 2 weeks ago. When we first got together and for much of our relationship I loved him a lot. I would literally sing silly songs to him about how he is the cutest and loved him so much, microwaved water when the heater was malfunctioning so he could stay a little longer just enjoying the tub, put a lot of effort on the food I prepared and keeping the house clean, would always focus on finding ways to make money to help with the bills. I helped him with his job many times, drafted a lot of the emails that helped him get several promotions over the time we were together and would sometimes even go to work with him when there were staff shortages, always there for him when he was sick. During this time he would always say how much he loved me and cared for me, how I was the love of his life and that we would always be together, that he wanted to marry me. But things weren't okay. I was very sad all the time and I always felt he was lying to me about him being faithful. He would get angry when I asked about where he was or why he would disappear for hours at the time, was feral with his phone and would never leave it alone. He said that I was paranoid. On top of that I started having several health issues that left me pretty much disabled and wasn't able to fully pull my weight financially in the relationship. He always said he didn't care about the financial aspect and loved me regardless, that he was happy with me and he wished I could be happy with him. Despite of the things he would say, his actions reflected otherwise and I always felt like a burden. We never had money for anything, not even groceries sometimes, and he would blame it on me. I of course felt like a piece of poop for not being able to take care of myself financially, and on top of that like a freeloader and a bad partner. I still cooked every day and cleaned after us, never bought anything for myself unless I happened to earn some money by art commissions or random gigs, but my health deteriorated so fast that I ended up jobless most of the time. Sometimes he would tell me out of nowhere he's never going to date another sick person again. It made me feel horrible, but I understood that this isn't what he signed up for and I would always tell him that I would be okay. He didn't have to stay with me, but he would reassure me that he wanted to. 2 weeks ago I found out he has been cheating on me since the very first months of our relationship with a total of 6 women, last one being in February, who he gave $1,000 that same month he met her. He says nothing physically happened with any of them and dated all of them for 2 months each time. This information was extremely hard to get and I finally got him to admit all of this with an earring I found in his wallet. I can't wear jewelry, my ears melt, and some other emails from a secret account he had. There was so much gaslighting and financial abuse during this time that I don't know how to make sense of this. His mom gave him money for my birthday in January and he gave the money to some random person. I was planning on finally getting a second couch frown. All my medical bills were paid for. He has never had to pay any of my medical bills nor insurance aside from medication that added up to $50 a month tops, and I would always be very thankful for him. I do know I wasn't perfect. I was very depressed about being sick and my childhood traumas. I shut down very bad during arguments and I'm very insecure. When I confronted him he started crying, yelling, literally clawing the wall begging me to stay. I got the tickle truth and had to find out more things myself up until the point we are today. I stayed because I still love him, but I feel like I'm living with a strange man who I don't know. That is kinda icky and shady, and whenever we hug I feel extremely uncomfortable and bad. He has offered to help me move out and kinda get my life back on track if this doesn't work, but every day urges me to keep trying, saying he's never again gonna cheat on me and wants to do the right thing with me. But I feel so bad mentally that I don't have the strength to move forward. I don't know how to feel about myself for not realizing during all these years what was really going on. I mean, 6 different people? Thousands of dollars and hours, and I believed every lie he said? How did I not realize it or figured it out? I'm seriously judging my sanity. Even his parents would always mention how they didn't understand how we never had money if he made more than the 2 of them combined. There were clues everywhere, really I was just blind. I don't really have family to fall back to, just friends. They've been really supportive, but I feel so shitty that I've just been mainly isolating myself further because I'm so confused about everything. It feels like I cannot think properly and I'm just gonna say the wrong thing. Does this sound familiar? Is anyone having their mental health affected by this so much? So did you dealt with it? I know I should probably visit a therapist, and I will, but I feel completely paralyzed by the situation right now. He's been trying his best, but there's still a lot of gaslighting and not enough accountability, and a lot of erratic behavior. TLDR, partner of 3.5 years cheated on me with 6 different people and only found out 2 weeks ago. Now I'm losing my sanity, having difficulties with simple tasks, or even just watching TV. Have you dealt with this? Help? Here are some of the best comments from our community. Only you can decide if this is the life you want. If you go, there are local meetings of Codependents Anonymous throughout the US that will give you skills and support to cope. If you stay, get tested often and talk to a doctor about getting medicated. Many women who stay do so pretty blissed out, so the pain is just a dull constant ache instead of such an intense stabbing. Does he have perchance have a life insurance policy on you? Maybe even one you wouldn't know about? This is scary stuff, but my mother, family history of Alzheimer's, married a man who was twice a widower. It became clear he was after her money. It took him having a stroke to get her away from him. Not sure this applies here, but the vibe I got reminds me of my mom's ex-husband. You might have been one of many he was looking to profit from. Hence his cheating. Sorry you're going through this. I think you should prepare yourself that he will cheat again. There's an illness deep inside him that he's doing nothing to address. He can only contain the beast so long before it rears its head again. He's mentally broken and not seeking the treatment he needs. Another cheating story. Lingering anger towards bystanders. While I cope with the mess that is my life, I'm also left with anger towards others who were aware that my fiancé was running around with another man. I knew some of these people for many years. Some of them, I helped out in some very big ways. I saved one of them from an abusive boyfriend that was beating her outside our house. When my fiancé started running around with this other man, she would sometimes bring her friends or family members with them. These people were fully aware how upset all of this was making me. Several times they would get prettied up together and walk right past me as I bawled my eyes out, laughing to each other about the good times they were about to have and acting as though I wasn't even there. One in particular, her sister, approached me when I was sobbing my eyes out in the bathroom, for the third time that day, asked me if I was okay. Asked if I wanted to talk about anything. And like a fool, I told her everything I was crying about. She acted concerned. She acted supportive. She even told me that I was right to be upset and that what my fiancé was doing was wrong. And then she immediately ran back to her sister and told her I was being manipulative and trying to pump her for information. Come to find out, she was encouraging my fiancé to cheat on me the whole time. And nobody told me anything. Nobody spoke up for me and told her what you are doing is wrong. Nobody said up, it's not easy say but you need to hear something. Since I share a child with this woman, I will never be completely free of all of them. I'm going to see them sometimes. But when I do see them or hear their voices, I get so angry. You all knew what was going on. You all knew it was absolutely destroying me. I was there for many of you when you were at your lowest. And you just kept quiet and didn't lift a finger. It's hard to keep my mouth shut. Anyone else ever have to deal with this kind of thing? How do you cope? Here are some of the best comments from our community. How you cope is by moving on as far as you can from all of those people. You are not married yet. With how blatant your fiancé was with the cheating, you should leave her. Get a lawyer and bring up the cheating in the custody hearing. You have to deal with the mother of your child, but you do not need to be in a toxic relationship with her. You staying will not help your child. It will teach your child all the wrong lessons about what a loving relationship should be. Get a therapist. First, to work on yourself. Have the therapist help you find the right way to explain to your child why you and mommy are breaking up and will not be around each other. I am saying that it is best for you to not have joint parties with her and her family. You need to do what is best for yourself before you can do what is best for your daughter. A drowning person cannot save anyone else. Get on steady ground and be there for your daughter. Do not aim for coping, aim for striving in life. You drop all these people from your life. You file for custody of your child. If you get 50-50, find a third party to deal with the communications and use a co-parenting app for schedules. Do not in any way be flexible on schedules. If it's her schedule to have the kid and she plans to go somewhere with her guy or something, do not bail her out. Even if you are free. Well, since you lived it, I would say you're free to dump on them however you like. Just tell it like it is. If it's a little revenge you want, you could stir them up a little. Make a few cheaters run in packs accusations. Would any of them have so that might need to know they actively condoned and encouraged cheating? It would be funny if you told her, her sister made a pass at you but you shut her down, early in your relationship. Of course she'll deny it. Perhaps catfish their whole friends group with a fake account. Send flirty messages to several of them. See who takes the bait. Etc. I'll bet she wasn't the only one cheating. I love it in concept, but I fear this kind of effort will only deepen Op's connection to these people. When you torture someone in your head, it's still your head imagining the torture. You are both the torturer and the torture. When you picture their pain, you are doing it by empathizing with that pain. In order to summon a mental image of their anguish, you are creating a mental image of anguish inside your own brain. That's not good. You're putting on a play inside your head, but you are all the actors. The imagined party may wear their mask, but it is substantively made of you. I would like Op to minimize the self-torture he puts himself through. Even self-torture that he projects another face onto is still self-torture. Op, by all means, if you can easily spread Dharma, do it, but don't let it occupy your thoughts too much. Your brain is too precious to be used as a punching bag, even if part of it feels good in the moment. You cope by getting better. Pick up hobbies you like. Hot the gym. Hit the books. Leave a cheater, gain a life. Boost that self-esteem, making those positive changes. Spend quality time with your kids. Ghost the rest of the friends and family who have no respect for you. Should you run into them, treat them with the same level of respect they showed you. Talk to the ex only through co-parenting apps. Those people are playing their stupid games. The mean girl club with all the obligatory sycophantic behavior and underlying hatred, they are too busy suppressing the nagging knowledge that they are deliberately hurting each other. To add to that, no person, even the kind ones, can imagine the pain caused by infidelity. So you are light years ahead of them in terms of who you are as a person. With time, you will be able to pity them a little, when you can be bothered. That's actually terrible of them, I'm sorry. You are 100% justified in being angry at them. I'm still uncomfortable and frankly unable to talk to someone in my friend group who knew it was going on, but he never egged on my ex or the friend he had cheated with. There are so many more counts of betrayal than just your SO in these scenarios. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell.